this is Gwendolyn, and for today's video, I'm going to share with you guys my new purchase, the iRobot. Wondering what in the world is that girl doing not dressed. Let me tell you, I was initially going to do a vlog of me getting up in the morning, but somebody
I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So I'm just like at the end of my day, and so I'm just kind of just doing it like in reverse. This is pretty much how we get started. But so being that it's later in the day, I was going to let you guys see how I start off with my iRobot and why it works so well for me. I keep showing you this because there's an app that I know a lot of people already know this, but for the iRobot, what is it, the Roomba?
Roomba, yes ma'am.
It's like I get up in the morning, you guys, I have it preset. This says clean. I have it preset to start in the morning. I don't have to do anything, but typically it just starts. I have it set for every day for 9 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
No, some days 9 and 2 days for 7 a.m. 9 a.m. and 7 a.m. Because when I get up in the morning, you guys, the dog hair that I see in the mornings, oh my gosh, it's on the real. Siberian Husky. You guys, the hair is on the real. And I have the laminate floors all over. This is in my bedroom, of course, but I have this type of floor all throughout the home, all throughout the house. So hair just flies, you guys. And I leave my windows open a lot. Burglar, don't try it. You don't want to, not today. You don't want to deal with me. Oh no, you don't.
Especially not before she's had her coffee.
Not before I had coffee in the mornings. Oh my gosh, don't try it. But yeah, but I'm on second level, my room. But I keep my windows open. And you guys know I live in Cali, and the area is, most of Cali is desert. It is a desert, but it's like, so I get all of the dust flying in through the windows. And then with the husky in the house, the little chihuahua, her hair doesn't really matter, fur doesn't matter. We have the
Persian
cat,
little
Persian cat, which is Lex's cat now. But anyway, so all of that's going on, and I can just see the hair moving. And then some of the things like this fluffy thingy here, I think maybe this, I don't think this sheds, but just stuff. I tell you what, if you end up with like, if you don't have carpet throughout your home, you would really find out how much stuff is in your house. I swear you got, it's on the real. But I'm going to walk you guys through a little bit why I really felt like I needed to get this product. And I researched so many others, but this one ended up working really well for me. And I'll walk you through a little bit more about the one I chose and why I chose the particular one. But I'm going to get you going a little bit with how I start my day. So the iRobot comes on. I hear it when it comes on in the morning. So I get from there. I check my app because it'll pop up. I look at my app, and then I start going. I make sure it's okay. And just for the record, let me say this really quickly. When I first purchased it, I looked at a lot of the reviews, and I saw people doing things like purchasing them because they wanted to be away from the home and have these things done, the floor cleaned or whatever, by the time they got back, which is fine. I just decided to use it when I'm home, and I schedule it for when I'm going to be home. I don't care if it's a few minutes or whatever. It runs for about an hour, but I go in more details with that. But I decided to try it while I was home, just in case I ran into problems, just me being me. And I could check, I could see what works for me, see if I need to reorganize something or whatever. That's what I did. So anyway, this is what I do. So I start here in the mornings. Usually, of course, I'm lying down. I don't sleep upright like this. Not completely, no. So I lie down, I get up, and we're going to start moving around and show you a little bit how this functions for me. So typically, the iRobot would be on. Okay, the $6.90. I have the one for pet hair and things like that, more or less the $6.90, $6.90. So okay, so I start there. I go from here. Lex is gonna come with me, you guys. Lex is gonna walk around with me. I'm gonna show you guys how this can make your day so much easier, whether you work outside the home or not. She probably can't see me.
I can see you.
Okay, so it's already running. Pretend, okay? I could start it, but I don't want it working, going right now. So it's running per se, and then I leave from here, and I'm going to show you where I go next. I homeschooled Hayden. You guys know I have a 10-year-old son. He's 6th grade, 10 years old, but he's in 6th grade. So I homeschooled him, and I go next door in my home to the next room. So we're going to show you how this goes. Oh, yeah! Okay, you guys, so feels like a field trip. So I came from next door, boom, came across the hallway. Remember, the iRobot it's running typically. It's not really loud either, so I listen for it to maybe hit up against the little door or something like that. You guys know how it has little bumpers. So anyway, that will be going on. So I come in here, and you guys know I filmed in here before. You've seen this is my office / Hayden's classroom. See, because he has a little desk over there. Lexi may or may not show his desk. I can
swivel the camera.
That's his little school desk over there, you guys. It's like so. We're in here, and I wanted to show this really quickly because for some people that may consider homeschooling or their kids may be doing a type of homeschooling program, I just wanted to let you guys know what I do. I do a Becca. A Becca is a Christian-based school, you guys, out of Florida. Pensacola. But here is like one of the books, like arithmetic and things like that.
Scoot back just a little bit. Sorry, the sun's on your face. There you go.
So, anyway, and so I do the Becca program, you guys, and I get with that, I know this is like, what is this about the robot? But since I'm in here, I just wanted to sort of show you. I'm going to eventually do a video on the homeschooling thing, just in case someone wants to know more about it.
And I was homeschooled through Rebecca for a little while as well.
Yeah, I homeschooled Lexi. Lexi used to be a traveling gymnast. You guys, interception. Wait, I forgot. You guys know why I'm running late? You guys know why I'm filming later today? I know she looks, oh God, don't judge. But look, somebody took time in my schedule to go and get
married.
She got married, you guys! Yes, Lexi, my baby. Lexi Paul got married.
We got married on the 20th.
She got married on the 20th, and I was out at their house. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, this is the thing, really quickly. I know that girl talks about everything. Yes, she does. Okay, officially, they went and got their license and things like that, and had the tiny little ceremony just at the courthouse, because to get the ball rolling for next year, to have an actual big party.
We're going to have the big
wedding and everything like that later. Yeah, so because we have her sister's in another country, she's in Germany, and the family's scattered in different places. We want them to have enough time for everyone to plan and things like that, for to have, because this is Lexi's first and her hubby's first wedding. I know it's hard to hear those words. Yeah, yeah, there are some firsts left. So, oh my gosh, you guys, so you guys watched the video they did with the proposal, and the next week, boom, he's like, let's go do this or whatever. He and her decided
the next 2 weeks. It was the week after.
2 weeks.
Because his mom got hurt.
It was going to be the immediate next week. And then, just for the record, some people may think, why is it so quick? They knew, they felt what they felt, and I feel like, do you? I agree 100%. They are amazing together, you guys. So anyway, that's what she did. So, oh yeah, she's gonna get married on my schedule. Yeah.
But Mom recorded it, so we can add it in our next, when Chris is back up here for filming again. Because
he has, you guys, I don't know if you know, he and her, well, together now own a dojo. He opened a dojo and things like that. He already was business, his own company and everything, so he did this. So Lexi works out there a lot with him doing that, so she's not up here as much, and we're trying to find a routine that really works. So anyway, I hate standing here straight on, because you know how when you, oh Lord, I look like that's large. I was her like, you guys, which way should I stand?
Oh, you
like,
look really cute.
Did I say like this? Oh, okay, don't move. Go ahead. So I hold my tummy in. Oh,
You're so silly.
So anyway, we're talking about that. I'll tell you guys more about that. Boom, yes, you did. Okay, so I was just saying, for here we do the homeschooling of Becca. And you guys, you get, if you decide to ever do this, or if you have a nanny or someone that watches your kids, you want them to do some schooling, you don't have to enroll in the school full out if you choose not to. You can do things with your child alone. You can just purchase like their books. You can be a part of their school. There are a lot of different, they have DVDs, they have every element of what you may need to help you do something that feels scary, or you're already doing it, you want to do better, you want to have more structure. This program, honest to God, is, like I said, it's Christian based, but that doesn't mean that everything is really, how should I say, it's not really rigid or anything like that. It truly is not. Mm-hmm. It's just, I look at it as just structure and then things like that. So anyway, here like you get books like teaching guides and things like that. This says curriculum and lesson plans. So I have one of these for every subject that he studies, and it walks me through, if I need to, figure out what to do for the day, literally per day. I can show you really quickly, because this may be, I'll show you guys later, more things. But see, like, it walks you through.
Let me just zoom in a little bit.
I'm just showing you just a page. I just pulled up anything to give you an idea of how that works. And this is for each lesson. So you see the books on here. He has matching books. He has his entire student kit, and I have my teacher's kit. And we go through all of the lessons. Anyway, so that's what we do in here. And I add other things for Hayden. Hayden is, you guys, so far advanced in things that he knows. I'm telling.
He is.
It works. Homeschooling is amazing if you can work it in. And if a person is worried about social skills and things like that, I let him get into other things. He goes to a swimming school. He's interacting with other boys. He does a gymnastics fun type of class to play around with other boys. This not serious anything like that. They play dodgeball or baseball or softball. They do all of these things together. He goes to a private drumming class with a music studio with Alexis.
And now he goes to the dojo too.
Now he does the dojo as well. So my point is, he's not overwhelmed in a day. Hayden has days off that are his free days that he does things. So anyway, I'll tell you guys more, but I'm going more and more into it. But it is an amazing thing. It works for me. But this is why I was getting up with you guys and just cleaning my house and everything behind the dog walking around following me. And I want to spend my time starting my school day with Hayden and things like that. So it was just another thing that if I could take off of my checklist, and I'd love my home to be neat. You guys be surprised how much dog hair, cat hair, things, other stuff, things off our clothing, fibers. Of our clothing. I have a rug here and there. You kick the fibers off of the rug. You guys should be surprised how many things are around in your home. And dander, where if it's not dog's hair and things, the dander, like their skin sheds. So anyway, oh my gosh, it was like a lifesaver. Anyway, so this from here, then I typically go, as the floor is being cleaned, because I can spend as much time as I need in here and don't have to worry about taking that hour time to clean my floors. And it can take however long, because as the dog walking, hair is going to keep moving
falling
around.
Off of him and shifting on the floor.
Yeah, and just for the record, it's a really good dog to have. I'm being honest, I have to say that. It's just the time of the year in Cali.
Transitioning.
It's back and forth. It's cold, it's hot. It's cold, it's hot. And so it's poor dog. Do I need to be in the snow or in the desert? Pick one. So anyway, this is part of the day. Think about it. I'm not cleaning my floors. And they get really clean. So we're going to go to the next transition of a place, just showing you how my day goes, and I don't have to worry about something that seems so tiny is huge. Okay, let's get it going. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
You're so
let you guys be a part of my coffee making in a while. I know you've been missing it. How have you guys been making it? Who's been making your cappuccino? If it hasn't been me, just wonder. Okay, now I'm going to go through this again. While I'm doing my coffee, I may chit chat a little bit about how cool this thing is, you guys. So I'm going to try to do both, try to multitask, but we're going to see how that goes.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
So this, oh, just on the record for people that don't know, this is my Jujia Platinum Vision. So Jujia, I think it is Jujia. You know the thingy? That's what I'm thinking about. Jujia. Okay, so, and this is a espresso machine, you guys. So it's a it's a semi-automatic. It's an older one. It's an older model. Anyway, it works for me. And I have another espresso machine back here. They've been on videos before, but I'll show you guys some other ones later. I have the one back here. What was this one?
Francis.
Oh, I forgot. I have machines over here. My Keurig, the Revo. Booyah. I have the Keurig View over here because, okay, this makes coffee-based products, okay? Even though they can emulate or simulate maybe some lattes, and just have to say this really quickly while I'm in the kitchen. This is why the iRobots and things work for me. Everything has to be easy for me and get my day going because, like I said, teaching Hayden in class could be hours and hours. Okay, so anyway, the Keurig View, I've said before in another video, but I'm not one of these people, I'm making a video. No, I'm going to tell you. This one gets super hot. Hot. This one, not so much, okay? But this one is an espresso-based drinks like cappuccinos, lattes, cold lattes, and things like that on the Revo, okay? Good machine to have, not as hot as this, okay? This one, of course, more pricey. Does a little bit more, supposed to make your life a little bit easier dealing with this one, which is an espresso-based machine as well, but not as hot as the View. Unfortunately, the View is mostly coffee. I love espressos because that's the start or the base of cappuccinos. It's what I love. I know people make them with just coffee. There is a difference. But anyway, it's a total difference. But anyway, so we're going to get over here and start doing this. Now I'm going to start this going really quickly. I'm doing steam, you guys, because I'm going to steam some milk in a little while. But anyway, I'll start talking to you about the iRobot. Okay, now like I said, there's so many videos on the iRobot. I'll show you another. So want me to show the picture of it again?
Sure, Mom.
The 690. I have a box right here, you guys.
She's gone.
Here it is. The 690. I think this is showing on there. Ooh,
there it is.
690. You guys, this is an amazing product. I'm telling you. I know they have so many others, and I understand that. You find what works for you. And while you're shopping around, in my opinion, what I would do is I was getting a little bit panicky because we know they're pricey. Just for the record, mine got great discount. I have so many reward points through Verizon. I have a lot of reward points through there. You get so many different
Mom has
type of
reward points for so much stuff.
Yeah, I got some other things too for later, but I have so many points. Anything that you have a lot of points and coupons, look for your stuff. Boom, it helps. But this is not super pricey to me, but it is an investment if you thinking about, it's a vacuum. Okay, do I want to do a hand vacuum? Yeah, both. I would still suggest having both because if you, for any reason, this is charging or something like that, I would just have a handheld one just in case, just because. But if not, it works to me. But this thing, I did so many, I'm getting to my milk, you guys, because I'm getting ready to steam my milk for my cappuccino. The robot, just like I'm sure some of the other machines, the other robot type of, I forgot the name, I can't think of all the names of the other ones, but I would have tried pretty much either one in most cases. I'm just trying to think. I specifically got this one because I'm pointing out because the box is on the floor. I particularly looked for this one because I wanted something that could deal with the pet hair. And that's the thing, first thing I started out with. Before I get a product and I'm going to spend the amount of money, over $100, I want to check and see how I'm going to use it, in my opinion. No different than getting a laptop or desktop or whatever. To me, if you think you're not going to use a laptop, why spend the money on it? If you don't use a desktop, why spend the money on it? Do the opposite. Things like that, you know. So I thought to myself, would this work for me? I was stressing a little bit about so many different ones to choose from, and it was starting to stress me out a little bit. I said, you know what? I know my home. I know what I need. I know the functions of what I need. I know I have mostly laminate floors throughout my home. I know that I have maybe a rug here and there. One rug I think is under my bed. That's it. It's a little bit kind of a shag type of a rug, a little bit, but anyway, not that important. If it didn't work out, if either one of the iRobots or the robots, vacuums or whatever I purchased that didn't like that thing, I would have just gotten rid of it, changed it out. That easy for me. But I will say, wait, let me run this for a second. I will say this, you guys. I'm frothing my milk. That's what I'm doing right now. So my milk is frothing right now. So, but I will say this. When you get something like one of these vacuums, take into consideration what do you have in your home? Do you have a lot of carpet? Do you have just rugs? Do you have laminate? Do you have marble? Whatever type of floors you have that you're going to use it for the majority of your space, that's where you make your decision, in my opinion. And all of them, or I should say none of them, would work just running over anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have normally vacuumed over cords and things like that, I wouldn't expect my robot to go over one. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the things like that. And I noticed in reviews, I need a wet cloth. Give me a second, you guys. Hurry, Grant!
Hurry!
Girl, you know, hurry up. I said that my time. I know she did it. Hi! But I know she did waste my time. Yes, I did. But I looked at so many reviews and it was a little bit overwhelming. Oop, gotta rinse this. Be back.
Oh, she's done again.
I'm back. Okay, I have to rinse the part of the nozzle piece that goes on for my steam. I have to do this really quickly. Just so it doesn't back up with milk, you guys. Anyway, so froth that. Get my milk going for a second. Give me a second. Because I just got to do 2 or 3 things. This is my frothed milk. Guys.
Wait. Let me see. There we go.
It's really hot. It's heated up. I gotta swirl it because it's gonna turn out like, people say paint. Stuff people come up with. But I put it up here sometimes because that's warm.
Stays
It gets warm a little bit. I gotta grab me some. Wait, let me grab my caramel. This girl doing advertising everything. Boom! My caramel! I love this, you guys. This is so good for making my cappuccino. I usually do 3 pumps. See, that's in there. The caramel is so good. This is sugar and things in here, so I don't have to add sugar. Okay, now put this under here for me. Let me get me a few more beans, you guys. Oh, I'm low on this one. Oh, you know what? I haven't filled up here. Sorry, got my back to you guys. How rude!
How rude! Oh my
so rude.
goodness!
And I just press that twice. We'll see what happens. But anyway, when you're picking out your robot or any type of robot, I think they call them all robots.
I think so.
Consider, like I said, what are you going to be using it for? What is your space like? And what I did was, you guys, I prepped myself a little bit before getting my the robots. You guys want to put this here so you can keep seeing it. I prepped myself before I purchased this, before I picked it up and everything. I just went to Target and picked up one or whatever. And I started prepping my house a little bit. I don't keep a really messy home anyway. That's why I wanted one. But like I'm here in the kitchen, and there were times when I would see the dog hair somewhere floating, like on the sticking to my stove. I wipe it down and clean it all the time, all through the day. This is what I do. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you just don't wipe it down the kitchen. This is what I do. Who wants to eat or drink in a home with pets hair everywhere? I personally don't. To each his own. For people that do, more power to you. But so to alleviate what's on my floor, it would ease up me having to do this as much. I still do it, but I notice I'm not picking up all the hair anymore. Oh, hallelujah. I was like, that dog has one more time. One more time to shed. Anyway, so I'm coming back. Look, you guys, it's like I have like a double.
So
I put a double in there, and then I'm not doing this very well. I'm just sort of rushing through, and I add my milk to it. Booyah!
Booyah! Booyah!
Beautiful. Looks like whipped cream. Oh, where'd she go? She's rinsing out my cup. Okay, so
there she is.
let me get me a stir stick really quickly. I don't know how much, if I'm in Lexi's view or whatever. I'm moving around so much. Sorry, you guys. But anyway, this, like I said, when you're purchasing one of these, whatever, consider how you're going to do what's in your home, how you're going to use it. And I prepped my home doing things like moving cords and things like that. I didn't have to do a whole lot, but I considered the way a chair was sitting, if things like that, if it could fit under, just things I was thinking about. And so things like that. So I wanted to function as easily as it could, you know, as well as it could, and clean as thorough as it could. So it worked perfectly for me. It got stuck a little bit one time trying to go under my couch. My couch is
But you get an alert on your phone.
And you get an alert. That's what I was going to say. Thanks, Lex.
I do it.
So with the app, while we're right here, here's my app. And you can walk through. There are a bunch of people that can show you how to set it up. I don't know if you guys want me to show you all that. But I downloaded the app. Oh, let me go to how it looks in the beginning. It's there. I downloaded it from... Where is it? It's just a free app. It's just a free app. And I'm guessing this is like my iPhone 7, but I'm sure the Androids are
the Android is like the market or the Play Store or something.
Yeah, everyone has them. So, and it says here right now, it says ready to clean, fully charged, because it went back on this docking post or whatever you call it. And when you get this one, the dock, I can show you in a little while, it's not sturdy, meaning it will slide if your floor is slippery. I used one of those stickies that you hang like pictures, the flat, real thin, sticky, and Velcro type of thingies. I forget what they're called.
But it's so they stick to the wall.
They stick to the wall.
I forget what
so
they're called.
So I stuck one to my floor and stuck one to the base of the docking station, and it doesn't move. And I put one on both ends of it, and so when it docks, the iRobot, it doesn't slide all over. Oh,
yep.
It works perfectly, and it's flat. It sits flat. Okay, and consider where you're going to put your docking station. Like I put it in a place where no one would kick and run all of the way. The thing doesn't end up sliding all over it. I tucked my cord a little bit and used one of the stickies and stuck it up against the wall. Consider things like that, and just like things I'm trying to think about. And I know sometimes people do videos and say, well, the thing is, it doesn't do this and that and other, or it ran over this, it ran over that. You guys, look, this is my opinion. Gwen's opinion. I got you. Look, when you're going to vacuum yourself, when you're going to use a vacuum, don't you remove things off the floor you don't want to get zapped up. It's common sense. Sorry, it is. If there's money on the floor, if there are toys, if there are cords, you don't run over it. Why would you expect your robot to do anything any differently? It's going to just keep running over things if you don't remove them.
Yeah.
You are the human. Boom. And this app does everything for you, walks you through, doesn't do everything for you, but it walks you through what you need to do as you're going through. You can order things and everything. I'll go more in detail with the app one day if you want me to, But I go on, it has things like add a robot, smart home, account privacy, all the different things. It's just a complete setup. But as the vacuum is running, it shows me how many minutes it's running. It shows me on my phone how many minutes that it's running and things like that. And it shows me if there's a problem. If it's stuck, it shows me on the app.
And I like that it tells you like what the problem is.
It tells me exactly what it is. It says like if a wheel is stuck, like one time that left wheel he was trying to go into my couch a little bit and couldn't make it, but it would back away. Usually frees itself pretty well. But I remove I have mats and things that may shift and move around. I just try to just make it as easy.
But you think of stuff too that you don't normally just vacuum over.
I try to think of it as easy as I could, and I look at it as if like I told Lex earlier, if I hired someone, a housekeeper, to come in and do my home and just do my floors or something. If it's something around I didn't want them to move or pick up or look at or whatever, I remove it. I put it away. So I make the travel as easy as I can for the vacuum.
Yep, and it makes it easier. Then it can just run freely.
And then it can thoroughly clean. And then it doesn't have a problem with a lot of things in the way. And if your pets and things are in the way, guys going to see one of the videos. We're going to try to insert some of the video footage that I did earlier, if she can. If we can, we may have to film it some more later. But the dog would just move. It may bump the dog a little bit, tap.
Yeah.
As if it's just tapping, and he knows to move, or he stays there and it goes away.
And it goes around him.
It goes around him.
Yeah.
It takes off. It was following him because he knows that's where the hair is coming from. But that it does so it's okay with things like that. It won't run over your pet. That I know of. It wouldn't run over mine. Now my Chihuahua probably would have run over her, but the cat, she jumped out of the way. She kept following it around. She enjoyed
likes to play with it.
It's not super loud, and to me, it's not.
And it moves slow enough that it doesn't scare them.
And then areas, like I said, where it's really maybe more dirty, it goes over slower.
It goes slower, and it'll go in a circle.
Its pattern it looks like it's all over the place, to be honest. If you're just watching it go, and it looks like how is it going to remember to do this? But to me, I haven't noticed it missing anything. It goes back and it backtracks over and over again. Different places it goes over and over again, in my opinion. And then mine goes to the very last. I look on here and it'll keep track of the battery. It'll tell me, like if it's low, it'll say he's going to dock back to his home or whatever. And I've seen it with one bar, and that thing is getting the very last cleaning
before it docks.
Literally before it docks. It goes, so it runs roughly an hour-ish. The first day, it seemed like it ran an hour plus.
Yes,
maybe because that was the first initial, I don't know. But maybe that was because that was the most it needed to clean.
I was going to say maybe it just needed to clean more.
Maybe. It was, oh my gosh. You guys, I sweep.
I can insert the picture that she sent me.
I sweep all the time. I sweep 2 or 3 times a day. I swear to God, I sweep, mop things, whatever, 2 or 3 times a day. That bin on that iRobot was packed. Stuff you don't see, you don't know is there. Then it's dirt on floors that you don't just see. You know, like if you walk around, a floor can look really clean, right? Yep. You walk around your socks and you see, oh my gosh, that type of thing. It was crazy. Oh my gosh, I was so glad I bought it. I think about all the times I didn't have. Anyway, so
I think it was a great investment.
It's a great investment, and I could go more and more in detail in another video if you guys like. I can walk you through an app if you want that. I can show you all of that. But we're going to insert Lexa's going to insert some things, and I just wanted to show you this works for me. It frees up an hour plus of my day in just dealing with the floor. And then from the floor, think about everything that goes from the floor was going up on my counters. I was doing extra constantly.
And now
where I had to constantly clean. And we want pets. Anyway, so worked for me. I'm going to just try to clean it really quickly. Maybe I don't know if she didn't insert that because it's getting dark, you guys. So I'm trying to go really quickly now. But
if not, we can do it in another video.
I'll try. I'll see if I can. May just be pictures. May not walk you. May just show still shots. May do it that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll show you that I clean. I wipe it down every day. After every cleaning that it does, I wipe it down. I take the bin. I empty the bin. I flip the iRobot over. And I wipe it completely down. I just with nothing wet. Just a dry cloth. I wipe over. This is the size of the robot. I'm trying to give you an idea of how large it is. I don't know if it helps, but it's pretty, and I don't know the weight of it, but it's a pretty good size. Okay, so I put a towel here on the table so I can show you guys a little bit of how I maintenance mine after every run, not sporadically. You can see the little scratches on here a little bit before it bumps a little bit against things. Not where it causes a lot of damage to anything, because this gives. See that?
Yeah, they're like little bumpers.
It's like little bumpers. Okay, I have my towels and things ready. My things I'm going to wipe it down with. I always have something ready. I do this in the floor usually, and I have a little bag here because I'm going to show you. This is the bin here. This is how it looks this direction, and the bin that I'm going to remove is on this end under the wording. Okay, so it's here. I push down here and I pull this out, and look at that. It's not too bad, but that's a lot of dirt in there, hair and things like that. And you push this over and it opens like this. And I'm just moving it carefully so I can put it in here. Let's show you.
It's a lot of Jacob's fur.
This is most of his hair. This time of the season is really hard for the husky. So see there, all of that. And I sweep all the time. I sweep my floor and things all the time. And that's after
That's your second run.
That's my second run. And I run it daily. That's my second run. And I get a cloth, usually my one this one I used to use in my car. And I go through here and I clean everything out. And I just wipe it down. Just me being me, trying to get all the dust places and things on there. And I get a towel that's not as dirty. And you can see for the little, where it connects back on there. It's perfectly shaped. See there to go in that space. And then I flip it a little bit like this while I have this off. Usually I go ahead and just dust away anything I need to dust away in there. I put this back on. You can see sideways how it's a gap missing, and you can see your brushes under there. I put this back on here like this. It just pushes in like that. I get the entire robot and I flip it over. I prop things a little bit so it doesn't lie too flat, just because it's just the way I think about things. I don't want to turn on the button by accident or anything, so I just lie it like that where it's not completely flat, even when I do this on the floor. And I just wipe away at things that I need to wipe away. I try to keep something around to clean out like this. The roller here, it has hair in there. I remove that. This, sometimes hair gets wrapped around the little brush here. This is the one that brings product, like whatever debris from corners. That, you can see the little cameras. I guess those are cameras there. I wipe everything down. I check my wheels. See if my wheels, if they have hair or anything on them. I just wipe everything down. I take this out. I usually keep something like this around, this tiny little screwdriver or one of these clips, the metal ones. I keep those around to be able to get a better grip on pulling out the wheel there. See, it just pops out like that because it sits down in a little opening, perfectly aligned with the hole in there. This goes in there, and I go around here and I just pull out any hair, anything that I can get. That hair is on. I know the thing wasn't designed to just house hair, so I remove it, okay? Or anything, lint, whatever it may be. Mine in this case is hair because of the breed of dog that we have. So I remove all of that. I'm going to not take all of it out just because to keep it going. So I keep this on hand sometimes, wipe down, put this back. It just snaps back down in there like that. It's in there. Here, if you want to remove your brushes, I see little things on my brush. These pieces here, these two parts here, these yellow parts, I push in, and this comes up like that. You can pull your brushes out. You can see how they fit back in. See, hair gets there. I remove all of this. And I know somebody may feel like that's a lot of maintenance. Well, you know what? I'd rather do this, take 15 minutes doing this than have to do all the major cleaning that this thing does for me. And see, but I have my dog has a lot of hair. There are a lot of people, dogs probably may not have this much, but if you do, it's a big bonus. It truly is. Because like I said, think about all the hair that you did not see. And I sweep all the time.
Yeah.
I'm constantly sweeping and running the steamer sometimes and things like that, trying to keep up with the hair. But anyway, so this is what I do with this when I'm trying to hurry up. See, this one had a bunch of hair around it, the bigger one. See there? And I just try to make sure there's not anything around any of the end pieces. And I just wipe things off a little bit. And you can see how they go in here in a second when I wipe this out. And you can see the two sizes. The holes are, you can tell which brush goes where. So you don't have to worry about putting the wrong one. There's a little square. You're going to line it with this one. Same thing. The two yellow ends lie on the same side. And the square pieces fit on the same, they are lined on each side as well. And I'm just pushing it. I can feel it when it just goes in there, and it aligns itself perfectly when it's pushed in far enough. So I'm barely touching it, just for the record. I close this back, it snaps back down, that's it. And if I had hair on here, I would do this. These, you could buy pieces, a new one of the little brushes. You could buy another one of these. I think this too. They have so many parts. I don't know which all, but I know people get multiple of these. So I wipe it down like that. It's just what I do. It's that simple to me. And I taught myself just to do it. It's so easy. When you get to, you don't have a whole lot of instruction because it's just pretty easy to me. I don't know, one of these people, I see something look like it opens, I'll open it. And I just wipe it down, show you like if it's not on there well, it may tell me to dock it. It's done it before. Maybe it always still get a little charge. Oh, it's fully charged, that's why. If it wasn't fully charged, I didn't put it on completely well one time, and it said to charge it.
Yes,
it said please put the whatever. It said something like for me to put it on the dock.
Oh, you can
see. I could press it there, but here I'm just going to press here, and it's starting up. It says on here cleaning in process. When it's run over a minute, it's going to show me that it's run for a few minutes. Oh, you guys, thanks so much for hanging around again. That's not kind of weird. I swear to God, I haven't learned how to speak with this thing yet. I promise you I haven't.
You should get a different size.
No, it's not about the size. It's just that it's like, I feel like something is, I don't know, like you're holding my tongue. I can't describe it. I think
you're holding something in your mouth.
I think I know it's there. No, with the little hole, the hole in it, maybe air is pushing through.
Maybe that's
and that's why I'm sounding a little bit. The girl had problems with what she did. Okay, so I thank you guys so much for coming by. Congratulations to Lexi Pooh and Chris. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. I'm sorry about it being a little bit late, but it was for a good cause. We're going to be back on track. I would do another video later if you guys like, with more detail of the app and things like that. If you want, I could just walk you through it if someone needs help setting it up, what to purchase, all of that. I can help you with that. But don't rush it because we're running out of lighting. But thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Don't go anywhere. Bring your friends on so they can get them an iRobot. Not sponsored, wish it was. Ooh, I would love a free one.
That would be awesome.
I know. Thank you guys so much for everything. Remember to ding, ding, ding.
Notifications.
Turn those on, you guys. Look. And what I do? Thank you. And what I do?
Like,
comment,
and subscribe. Bye.
Bye, guys. Wait. No. No, you're going to wait. You're the reason I need an iRobot. No, that's not true. I need to. I know. Wait, you want I know you want to. Okay, go tell Hayden. Go get Hayden.